Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Let's solve the problem minimum operations to reduce x to 0. So you are given an integer array nums and an integer x. In one operation you can either remove the leftmost or the rightmost element from the array nums and subtract its value from x. Note that this modified the array for the future operation. Return the minimum number of operations to reduce x to exactly 0 if it is possible, otherwise return -1. So in this example 1 we have this array 1 1 4 2 3. So and the initial x is 5. So in first we can either choose this 1 like is from the leftmost or the 3. So there is a two possible way, either we can go from left to right or from right to left. So one of the straightforward solution should come to in your mind. Just try all possible cases and then take minimum over them. So for solving this, what we can do, we will start a recursive function, like write a helper method, and where we will have our original array like index L. This is representing index from here L from 0, and the index R is from the rightmost R and the actual value of our x. So in this function what we can do, we can try to select like from start. If we select the value at L, then we will take the minimum of these two, like minimum of helper, take the element at L, then increment L by 1, L plus 1, and R is as it is, and subtract x minus nums of L. This is the one choice, like choosing the leftmost element, and then second is the choosing the rightmost element. So helper, keep L as it is and subtract R by 1, go to the left side and subtract the value of element present at nums of R. So this is the recursive call we can write for this solving this problem. Now what will be the base cases, and then we are choosing the one element plus 1 for that. So this is the our recurrence relation, and the base case is like first, if x is reduced exactly 0. If x is reduced exactly 0, then we found the solution, we will return 0 from there. If in case x reduced less than 0, in that case this is not a valid combination. So we will return, as we are taking the minimum, so we return some maximum or bigger value. So if you see over here, the length of size number of element in our nums is 10 raised power 5, then the answer cannot go like maximum answer is possible 10 ki power 5. So we will take a 10 ki power 6 to return as a max, because I am not taking integer maximum, because we are adding plus 1, it can go into overflow. So that is a good value to take this, and we will return this as a value. Now another case is if L cross R, if L cross R or like the both the side values is greater than the remaining x value. So we can also put this condition, like this condition is not needed, but it's okay, we can add like nums of L is greater than the x and the nums of R is also greater than x. So in that case this is not giving us valid solution. So we again return the maximum, that this local, like we defined as 10 raised power 6. So what will happen, whenever we return this value, this automatically cancel out, like we will not get it. So here we will take the minimum of them. So for this, let's try to rerun this example. So first what we can do, let's run over here. So first our L is 0 and R is 4 and x is 5. So we start from here, then let's say we pick the 0th element, then L become 1, R is 4 as it is, and we will subtract 1 from the x value, which will become 4. Another case, we can take the right element first, and here this is L is 0 as it is, R decrease by 1, so 3, and we will subtract the value of nums of R, which will be 2. And we will keep trying all possible ways. So here we can further go, this will become 2, 4 and 3, and here we can go one more step, like 1, 3 and 1. Then here also we can keep going it, and in the end in this branch if we take the leftmost again, so this become 2, 3 and 0. So this is the one solution we found by taking the 3 element like 1, 2 and 3. But if we go here, like we choose another, like if we choose this become 3 2 0. So, this one we are getting with by choosing only the 2 elements like 3 and 2 from the end. So, this is the minimum is 2. So, hence 2 is the answer for this. So, you can pause the video and can try, but if you see this length of our array is very costly, and this solution time complexity will everywhere we are choosing 2 choices, we have 2 choices, and if there are n element in our array, then it will become 2 power n time complexity solution. So, which will be definitely timeout. But if you try to go in more detail deep in this tree, you will see the repeated pattern. So, this is a code for recursion. So, as I discussed here. So, if we go in more detail of this tree, we will see the repeated problem. So, in that case we can cache, we can apply a dynamic programming here, but still that will not help us, because the size of dynamic programming solution will help us to solve in like O of n square, and our n is 10 power 5. So, this will be 10 power 10, which will be again timeout because the n is very big. So, how we can further optimize these solutions? So, let us this is a so, let us optimize this solution. So, as we know, we can choose the elements either from the left side or from the right side. So, what we can do, we will take the index, like we will create a first prefix sum like from the starting element and store their indexes till what index we are getting. So, we will create a prefix sum map here. So, we create a map here. So, initially like for 0 sum, we will keep a value index is 0 till 0, like when we do not select any element from the left. So, this is 0, then the first element is a sum is 1 and till index is 1. So, till 1 we have 1 and left side, then it become 2, the index is 2, then it becomes 6 and the index is 3, and so on. Like we will create a prefix sum map here with the sum and the corresponding index. So, this will become 8 and 4 and last is 11 and 5. So, this is what here. Now, what we will do, we will try to start from the rightmost of this array from here and see if like sum, if we found this, we will create again another sum, like we iterate from for r is equals to like write n minus 1 and go up to 0, or like the sum, if we define some variables less than or equals to the x, that x we have to find out. So, we will run this loop for here and then we update our sum by adding the value of this nums of r, and before that we will check if x minus sum is in the map, if x minus sum is in our map or not. If it is there, then what we can do, we will also initialize our result from the maximum value integer max and then update this value by. So, now how many, if I r is here, let us say initial r is here, this n minus 1. So, the number of element contributed from the right side is n minus 1 minus r, because 0 element is contributed so far, and the number of elements from the left side is whatever index we get from the map. So, map dot get for x minus sum. So, this we will keep trying for all possible combinations and update our result by the minimum of over all them. So, minimum of over of all of these lengths. So, this is the another solution. So, you can pause the video and try to code it out. So, here is the code I have written. So, first we created a prefix sum map here with the indexes, and second we are iterating from the right side. So, from left side we created this, then we are iterating from the right side and we are checking if we are finding the x minus sum, the sum we evaluated so far, and then this will be the length of that, like number of rightmost element and number of leftmost element, and take the minimum of all possible cases. In the end we will see if result is maximum, there is no solution, then return minus 1, otherwise return the result whatever the minimum result we found. So, if you see this solution time complexity, as we are running one for loop here O of n, and this is also O of n, which is like sequential. So, hence the overall time complexity of this solution is O of n, as well as space complexity we are using this map. So, this will be O of n. So, can we further optimize either time or space complexity? So, let us see, if this array, let us say array has the element, and we are choosing some elements from the left of our array and few elements from the right of our array. So, these elements combined total will be x. So, these elements, if I sum them up, it should be x. Then let us say the total sum of our whole array is target, sum total, then this part is total minus target, total minus x. So, another indirect way to solving this problem, like it is not easy to observe it, but if you have in practice, then it is very easy and very easy to solve. What we can do, we will try to find out the window whose sum is total minus x and the length of that window is max. If this window is maximum length and the sum equals to total minus x, which is the target, then this left part and right part length will be minimized, which is what we need to do. So, this is the another idea. So, how we will solve this problem now? So, first we will get the target, we find out. So, we will sum our nums, sum the num using the sum either for loop or string, then we subtract the x. So, this is our target. Now, we have to find out the windows which has sum equals to target. So, what we can do, we will use the 2 pointer approach here to find as window. So, let us implement the code. For the coding part, what we will do, first of all we will create the target which we have to find out. The target is, I am using a stream, you can either use stream, or if you are not much aware, you can just use the normal for loop. So, this is the way to calculate the total sum of these array elements and then subtract x, which is the target we have to find out. Now, another thing I declare, let us say window size. So, the window size, so window size from the -1, and so this is my window size initial, I initialize from the -1, that is so far, and then we will iterate from int start from the right element 0 and also left initialize 0, and we also need a variable like current sum. We will keep the current sum here in this variable, initialize from 0, and now we run this loop until our right is less than the nums dot length, and here we increment our right plus plus. So, we will move the right pointer first ahead and update our current y nums plus right. So, we will add this. Now, we will check if the current cross our x. If current cross x, in that case, and the left is still less than or equals to r right, then what we will do, we subtract the value from the current sum of the value in the left side, which is nums dot left, and then increment left by 1, move left to right side. So, we will keep doing it until our current sum is greater than the x, and once it done, then we will check if our current sum is equals to our target. If it is, then what we will do, we will update our window size. So, the window size will get updated by math.max of the previous window size, or now the window is our right minus left plus 1. The size of our window, new window is this. So, we will keep updating with that, and in the end we just return by checking if window size is still if it is not -1, if it is not -1, in that case we have to return the nums dot length minus window size, because we are finding a maximum window which is as the sum equals to total sum minus x, otherwise we just return -1. So, this is the approach. So, let us try to compile it and see if there any typo. So, the code is getting compiled and we are getting a wrong answer for this. So, let us see just So the window size is getting update here, and this left pointer is getting updated here as well. Right pointer is going, and we are taking this window size. If it is not, so this condition is correct here, and here we have to check, subtract this, we are subtracting it, and we are adding the window size as well, and this loop will run until the length less than that length of our n, and here the current initialized by this. So let's try to see if current is greater than x. So oh, this is wrong here, it should be a target actually, because we updated, we are looking for a window which has total sum minus x. So let's try it, it's working now. Let's submit this code, and it got accepted. So this is a two pointer approach, and indirectly we are calculating. So the time complexity, as you can see, the right pointer will first reach to the end of our array. So we are running just O of n, and the space complexity is just a constant. So if you like this solution, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.